Hi, I'm Sukhi here from Aussie Stairs. Today we are installing a glass on the timber steps, MDF steps with the base plate spigots, and here the tools. I can show you what tools are required, and then we can show you how to do the marking, and we can go step by step how the glass balustrade will be installed on the timber steps. So now I'll show you what tools are required to install the glass balustrade on the timber steps. This is the cordless machine having a 4mm drill bit, and also this is the impact gun. So we can use wiggle button driver. You can use extension or without extension. Both options are okay. That's ready. So this is standard wiggle button driver, but I put extension so easy to put the fixing in. This is spigot level small, so we can check the spigots are level. Scissors to cut packers when we make the spigots level. Measuring tape, that's standard. String line. This is the custom made system holding a string line we use for the training center. In place of that, so you can use standard pavers or bricks that you can find on site, but make sure you can wrap them with a bubble wrap or some paper. Doesn't damage the final finished floor. These L-shaped MDF packers, we custom made, we can supply with the kit. So also we need a pencil for marking and combination square, and also scale, ruler and masking tape. And the spigots, these are the base plate spigots, and these are the wiggle button screws. So this driver we can use. That's the total tools we required. I did the masking tape on steps where the spigots will be installed. Why I did the masking tape? Because there is a chance of making a mistake. You can install the spigot on the wrong place. So these masking tape I put as per the drawing. So after that, now we can set up the string line and the MDF packer to keep the gap between the nosing and the glass. Now I'm ready to put the timber packers to set up the string line. How far the glass will start, let us set up now. So these are the custom made packers. I can set up on the first step of nosing, and same time I can put the clamp on top like this, so it can flush this side, and same thing I can do here. Make sure everything is lined up with the level. You can use a spirit level. You can use spirit level here. It's perfectly fine. And I can put clamps in the beginning to make it. It's a safe. It's not coming off. This is not coming off. So the next step is, these are the brick pavers I'm going to use. You can use a brick or some limestone blocks, whatever. I'm going to set up the string line for the glass and the glass holders. So I will tie down with the knot here. So then I can set up like just here, and then I will jump on top, wrap around with the paver. Alright, so I have set up the string line. Now I will check on the drawing how far the string line need to be set up. I can check with the scale. The drawing shows it's a 50mm. The drawing shows 50mm the string line to be set up. Exactly 50. For example, if the glass is also being installed here, these steps are parallel. So Australian standard, we need 50mm minimum gap between the handle and the other obstacles. So based on the gap, so you can move this string line and the spigot line inside, so at least you have hand clearance clearly for the handrail. This string line is used to show that this is the bottom of the glass and an edge of the glass. So make sure these gaps are very important, at least from the last step and the first step. I can measure. It looks like there is a 14mm gap, there is only 5mm gap. because sometimes the landing is not in the same riser. To make it properly, so we can put one packer here on top of the landing. Sometimes these steps and the riser, they are not same, so you can find some like a different gap between the string line and each step. That's fine. Make sure the last and the first gap is maintained, and the middle steps, it might be 10 or 12 or whatever, that should be fine. Now our string line is in position. Now we can set up the spigots. I have put the spigots in the same place, need to be installed nearby, 4 of them. But first of all, I will do the first one and the last spigot. Make sure the screws are facing inside the staircase. So I will set up the last one first. I'm not forcing the string line. I will do very gently, touching my string line inside. You can see the spigot is not turning this way, like this. Make sure not forcing the string line. As I said, you can see the gap underneath. That's 1 mil tolerance, and also here is, look, the string line is floating. You can see, look, string line is floating. I also do the first one. It's perfectly. Make sure the screws are facing inside the staircase, and take it, don't force the string line. Make sure that's line width, not crooked. The spigot in position now. So you can see the string line is not being forced by the spigot. You see. And make sure this is not also forced here on the corner. It's perfectly sitting there. So now the first and the last spigot in position. So I can drill and put screws in. I need a cordless gun with a 4 mil drill. I need an impact gun with the wiggle button driver. And these are the wiggle button screws. And these are the packers we use. So you can use from any packaging like you can receive, and scissors. You can cut to length. Just make it level. So I will drill a 4 mil hole. I will do corner to corner hole. So when I drill, I go on 1 degree angle, so it doesn't damage the spigot when we put a screw in. And also I'm not going to drill all the way just because this is MDF. It depends on, if the solid timber, definitely we can make like a drill same length of the screw, 35 mil. But on MDF, just only pilot hole, that's all. Maybe 3 mil, 5 mil deep. So now what happens is, when I put corner to corner screws, the spigot has turned on little bit on the twist. I will hit with the piece of timber to make it straight. It's facing the string line now, perfectly fine. I can use the next drill here and inside. I can put a screw in. The fourth screw. Now I can check the level if my spigot is level. My spigot is perfectly fine because the tread is level. Sometimes if the tread is not level, so we can put these packers which way we want to tilt it. If we want to tilt back, we can put packer this side. If you want to tilt inside, we can put packers this side. Even you can use packer this side to make it level. Make sure everything is perfectly level. So now I'm follow the same method on the last spigot. Everything is like, I make sure check the string line not being forced, and I can drill on angle, as I said, corner to corner. I have installed the first and the last one, and now I will set up the middle spigots based on the string line. I didn't move it, so I will set up these one and install them the same method I used. All the spigots installed. I will remove the string line, remove this clamp, remove this side, and also remove the top clamp. Now I'm going to remove the string line, and the site will be ready, the spigot will be ready, but make sure the packers are in place. The packers are in place in each spigot. Also in this instance, we don't have covers. But if you want to slide the covers on top, make sure the screws are flush and you can slide the cover on top and take the screw out with the Allen key, so not forcing the packer inside. Then you will be ready to put glass in. So I want to unscrew these because they are forcing the packer, so then will be hard to put a glass in. Just I will put the screw out like. Alright, so we installing the glass panel into the spigot. Just put from bottom, go down, go down. Go down there, yep. Now flush with the nosing. Yep, it's flush. And little bit more up. Make sure flush with the nosing. And tight the bottom screw. Done. The glass is safe. And then I will tighten the bottom screw. The glass is safe. Okay, leave. You can see the top glass is down. So I have to lift this up so our handle can sit properly. And also the second thing is the glass on top is 30 and the bottom is 33 mm. I have to lift up. A little bit lift up. 31, 32. I can lift up one more mil. That's done. I can see that's perfectly level. And the gap is 32 and a half. The bottom is 32. That's perfect. Now I maintain the gap, the top and bottom part of the glass. So you can keep the same system you can follow if you are installing 3 panels or 4 panels, whatever. Once you maintain the glass gap in each panel, so tight the bottom screw, leave the top screw loose, and then check the level on the first panel. If your glass is leaning inward, you can tighten the top screw. If the glass need to be bring in, we can use these packer in the back of the spigot here. Once this is level, then you can tighten the top screw. So these are the packers. Those goes back of the spigot here. Here. Lose the top one and put in. Once I unwrap the handrail, I can put on top of the glass to pre-fit it if the length is perfect, leaving 10 to 20 mm in the back, and check. If it fits perfect, that's fine. If you think the handle is short, then you can make this glass move forward and you can adjust the gap. And then take off and put a silicone in, 1 bead of silicone all the way, and again put back on top of the glass, leaving 10 to 20 mm on the bottom, and push in. So the handle has been installed, so it doesn't slide down. I will put a temporary masking tape that you can remove after 1 day once the silicone is dry. And second thing is, you check all the screws of the spigot, they are fully tight. They are fully tight, and then make sure you check the glass doesn't rattle. If rattle, we can put a packer on the side of the glass here. You can push down. There is no rattling at all. Thank you so much for watching the video of installation of glass. Regarding our product and installation, if any question, please comment below.